So you should take care of yourself. I'm having the same also sometimes too. A cold, but now I'm getting better. So, what about how was your working day? Or should I say, how was your weekend?
My weekend,
Yes,
I was at home with parents. Nothing interesting. Um, Last evening, I go out.
I went out.
I went out. Sorry, only for walking around without any social contacts, and that's all. How was your weekend?
Um, there was no social contact. So I, well, I worked all weekend actually. It's what I did. I preparing for classes as always, and I read and nothing special. I didn't go anywhere. I haven't been anywhere, maybe except I just go to the magazine and
And that's all.
yeah, that's it. That's all. Sometimes I go to into the city, but that's usually when I go to the office when it's important. Because as you can see now, I'm at home. This is my house, and this is where I have my classes.
I miss my work sometimes and miss days when I can walking around a lot of times and meeting my friends.
Mhm. So, what is your working schedule? You work from home, right?
Yes, I work from home because now I'm working at sales and marketing department, but it's boring for me work from home and I miss, really miss.
You really miss working in the office.
Yes.
We all do. It's the same for me. I wish we could have. I look forward to the time when we can all have normal classes, and it's. But for now, just we all have to be safe and take care of ourselves.
Yes, yes. But I really want to go to offline classes, not online.
Yes, I get it. Look, we all want offline classes, but as of now, mm, it's not safe to have offline classes because um, you know, and not a lot of people are also keen on that. We want that too. I want that too. I also want to
Yes.
have offline classes, but
But we should wear masks, maybe.
we will see. I can't say for I'm not the one. My For me, what I have to do is to make sure that uh, you are getting knowledge, you know, to learn, and might help you to get better in English. But at the same time, I want my students to be safe as well. To So I'm not the one who will make that decision.
Yes, I understand you. Which book we will use for advanced classes?
For
File?
advanced classes, yeah. So about that, we I'm looking at um I'm considering
Mm-hmm.
uh Speak Out
Mm-hmm.
for advanced, yes, because I have used Speak Out Advanced previously with other groups.
Speak out. I've
Yes.
never heard about this name of book.
Uh, it
But
is
I'll Google
it's an English book, and
English.
it's it's also quite good. English file is also good. So I'm still a decision has not been made.
Understand you.
So it's I hope you get well, take care of yourself.
Thank you. I believe.
Yes, so we're going to talk to before we start lesson. So let me find out from the others how their day went, how was their weekend. So we have Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Did call Daniel. Hello. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Can you hear me? Hello. Yes, but I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. Maybe there's something wrong with your okay, some problems with your mic. So what you should do, you should check your settings. So let me try to talk with another person. We have Yana. Hello, Yana. Bogdanovich Yana.
Hi.
Yes, hi Yana. How are you?
I'm perfect.
Oh, you're perfect. That's good.
Yeah.
How was today for you?
Repeat please the question.
How was your day? How did your day go?
Today's day is quite good. I'm working to the university to some exam related with economics, and now I'm at home sitting and reading some useful info about my job and attend your course.
Okay. So you still go to the university. I mean, you have offline classes or online classes.
In university today, I have an exam, so I should to come to the building and pass the exam.
Okay. And how was the exams?
Good. We have only 7 students passing this exam because all other students are on the studying with another teacher. So that's why there was not so much people, and we may pass the exam in silence.
Okay. Well, if you passed your exams, then congrats to you, Yana.
I do not understand the question.
My question to you is, so congratulations on passing your exams.
Thanks.
Okay. So, and about your weekend, how was the weekend for you?
The weekends was really nice. I was in my brother's flat, alone, of course, and all weekends I walked in the park near this house, and it's a really big park. So I even have lost at it, but it was fresh air, and I have a good mood.
Okay, that's good. Okay. All right, Yana, it's a pleasure talking with you. So we'll take one more student. We have Dimitri Kuleshov. Dimitri. Hello, Dimitri.
Hello, Mike. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can, Dimitri.
Okay.
How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Okay, that's good. How was your weekend? How did you spend your weekend?
I can't say that I spent my weekend very active, but I may I was a little bit busy with useful things, I think. I watched some I have read, I have read some English articles. I walked after that, I visited one cinema movie, and I can say that I had pleasure on my previous weekend.
Oh, that's good. But you said you read some articles. What kind of articles?
So I only choose the website BBC, and there are some videos and some English news, and I try to read something and to understand more information from that news.
Okay. Oh, that's good. And what about now? What is your working schedule like? Do you work from home, or you still go to the office?
No, I work from home from the 6th of April. Yes, we work from home. It's very good for me, and we work in shifts, the whole day, the whole night, and but I found out that working from home is very great pleasure for me, and I enjoy this time when we work from home.
Oh, that's good. So for you, you find it productive. Also, it's productive for you.
Yes, working from home is more productive for me. Native walls always help me.
Okay, that's good, Dimitri. So well done. I'm happy for you. We're going to take one more student before we start, and we have Alicia. Hello, Alicia. If you can hear me, just say hello.
Do you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Okay.
How are you?
Fine. You?
I'm fine also. As you can see, I'm alive.
I think you're so tired to sit at home.
Yes, yes. Sometimes, yes. So it would be good. It would be great. I look forward to the times when we can, have a normal working schedule. But for now, we just have to make do with working from home.
But it seems that isolation will be over, and it seems a lot of people like going around and going to the streets, and I see that like good weather, and they just go like shopping, go walking, and do you think it is a good idea that coronavirus is stopped in Belarus and we need to start like have unusual life?
Wow, that was a lot of questions in one.
It's mean only one question, like, is it a good idea?
Okay, my opinion about this, I think that concerning what is happening here right now, it's not a good idea. I think that, okay, everyone is entitled to their own opinions, but personally, it would be good if you if a person wants to go out, you go out because it's needed to go out. Yes, I know that, when you sit at home for too long and you just see the weather outside and all you want to do is go out, and there's no form of, if everyone is going out and no one is practicing, there is no guidelines, there's no precautions, it's not a good idea. And I personally, everyone should be socially responsible in some way, because you know, a lot of people are infected, and a lot of people are ill. So going to places where there's a lot of people is not a good idea, personally, for me.
But here in the underground, that a lot of students ask about lesson like online, like in the classes, and underground is planning to open doors, as I know.
Yeah, we, you know, everything for now, it's more, it's a gradual process. So it's just you know, it's step by step. So
Mhm.
now, I just what I want is I hope that everyone you know, remains safe and try to take care of themselves, and learning, you know, we're all here to learn. That's why you're here. And so English brought us all together. But about that, I can't say anything for now. But you know, everything is it's a process. So I look forward to when we can have normal classes. Yes, but I can't say when because I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, but it's good to hear from you. So, and I just decided to talk to some of you first of all. And so it's good to hear from everyone, and to all of you out here who are listening. So I say hello once again and good evening. Today we're going to have some form of revision. You know, it's just kind of like revising check, because for some of you who are listening, for all of you who are listening right now, there's going to be some form of test on the student portal, where you can take the test, and then we can proceed to the to you know, to advanced level. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about some materials. In the last class, we had articles. We talked about indefinite articles. So today I'm going to show you something new, and it's something that has to do with, just a second, with vocabulary. Vocabulary word pairs. And then, first of all, we go through the materials, and after that, we're going to take some questions. Now, if you take a look at the picture right now, what we have here is just bread and water. There are some certain words that go together. So that's why we say word pairs. And bread and water is a good example of this. Now, in other words, we don't say bread and water. We just say they are kind of like collocations. That is, words that go together. Now, if you take a look at the following words which we have here, we have Adam and Eve. Now, if you're familiar with the Bible, this is a name that's talking about the first couple. Now, sometimes we can, most times we can use this as a reference. It says, walking through this park makes us seem like we are Adam and Eve. Now, for those of us who like bacon and egg, see, I love having bacon and eggs for breakfast. Would you like bacon and egg this morning? And then we have back and forth. What is back and forth? You know, going back, you go back, then you go again to the same place. You take a look at the example. We went back and forth on whether to buy the house or not. It's like, what does it mean? Should we buy the house, or should we buy the house? Yes or no? So back and forth. I should buy the house. I should not buy the house. It's about you deciding, thinking on the decision, whether you should make a decision or not. That is back and forth. It's like when you're chatting with someone, you send a message and then you get a reply. That's what it means. We talked about bread and water. As you can see in the picture, it's bread and water. Now, it says it's very hard to live on bread and water. Just think about not eating anything, just bread and water. But it's kind of like reference when we say bread and water, when things are difficult for you. When things are difficult and you can't afford a decent meal, when we say decent meal, to eat well, and you just try to manage, you try to survive. And then there's a lot of movies that show prisoners, people in prison who only receive bread and water. Okay, what's another one that we have here is bride and groom. This is a couple who is about to get married. It's just like fiance and fiancé, but this is bride and groom, the two people who are going to get married. It says, look at the lovely bride and handsome groom. So I hope that some of these words that you're looking at today, so you could add them to your vocabulary. Now, business and pleasure. You've always heard this phrase, business and pleasure. Now, a lot of people, they always say it's not a good idea, which is here, business and pleasure, to mix these two together. So, have you ever gone on a holiday that mixed business and pleasure? Now, you have cause and effect. So they are not always clear. So it's talking about some certain linking words that show cause and effect. Now we look at another one. It's talking about cream and sugar. Cream and sugar. I take cream and sugar in my coffee. Would you like cream and sugar in your tea? And then we talk about crime and punishment. Now, if we've been discussing crime and punishment in English now in this month, there's also a book, a novel, a really famous novel by a famous author. He wrote a book and it was called Crime and Punishment. So think about it. What is crime? What is punishment? But these two words, they go together. Now, you talk about cup and saucer. What is a saucer? If you have watched a lot of British movies, or should I say English movies, where you see, for example, you say, I'm inviting my friends to have tea with me, because British people, I mean the English people, they love drinking tea. Now they hold a small cup and there's a small plate on that you have to, when you take a sip of your tea and you put it back on the small plate. The small plate is called a saucer. So let's have some tea. Could you set the tables with cups and saucer? Now, we have another one. It's called dead or alive. Now, Dead and Alive is talking about criminals. Now, in the old Wild West, that is in the United States of America, this was a really famous word pair, or should I say, words being paired up that the police department they usually use to look for criminals. So they take a criminal's face and they put it in a paper and they write "wanted, dead or alive," and then they put a reward, like how much, for people to try to find this person. So that is dead or alive. Now, another snack that is really famous in England is what we call fish and chips, which is what we have here. I had some fish and chips for dinner yesterday. So it's a really famous dish in England. Fish and chips. Now, we go to the next one. It's talking about fun and games. That is to have a good time and to play some kind of games. Depending on the game, word games, board games, Scrabble, Hangman. These are just some examples of educative games. And then you hear a lot of famous sayings. Says life is not fun. It's not all fun and games. Now, do you think school would be all fun and games? Then you have hammer, the hammer and nail. Now, this is if you know the profession of carpentry, the people who are able to use a hammer and a nail to put those boards together. People who work with wood, they use a hammer and nails. We call them carpenters. Hammer and nails. And then you go to the next one, is husband and wife. Now, it's also another word talking about word building, word pairs to be precise. So it's husband and wife appeared to be staying on vacation. In and out. I have to go to work, but I'll be in and out in a flash. Take a look at this. I'll be in and out in a flash. What does it mean? Now, it means that you go into your office and then you try to be out. Once you go in, you grab something, and then you're out as quickly as possible. That's what it means, in and out in a flash. Now, another one is your cutleries. You know what cutleries are? Your knife, your fork, your spoon, for eating. So we call all this cutleries. Then we have the famous knife and fork. So could you put your knives and forks on the table? And one of the most popular talking about word pairs you can ever think of, ladies and gentlemen. You always hear this in shows, a lot of famous programs. When they start a show, they say, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you tonight." Oh, ladies and gents. And then you have another one, is talking about law and order. Now, a lot of people, or I think everybody, wants law and order in their communities. So what is law and what is order? Law is what the government says. It's a set of rules that the government lay down for everyone to obey. A good example is traffic. We all know that we should not cross the traffic light when it shows red. It's wrong or it's illegal for people to do that. Now, what is order? You have policemen in the country. It's a policeman when there are laws in the country, so they make sure that people obey the law. Or when you break the law, you see a policeman will hold a person and give them some sort of punishment, or take them to the station. Okay, Now we talk about the next one, which is what we have here. Lock and key. Now, some parents, they try to keep their teenagers under lock and key. What is lock and key? Under lock and key, it means you try to lock up something. And the example that best explains this word pair is our jewelry is kept under lock and key. Jewelry is like your precious Christianium, like your rings, diamond rings, your chain, your pendants, all this. So you put it in the box or you put it in the safe, somewhere safe that you can use a key to lock it up. Lost and found. Look for your coat in the lost and found. Where's the lost and found department? Another example for lost and found. I lost my phone, but now I found it. Lost and found. Usually there are times when you go to the bank, or maybe you go for when you go to an insurance company, or you go somewhere where you need to put some personal information about yourself, and usually in the forms. When you go to the bank and the bank gives you a form because you want a bank card, they say put your name, put your address on this form. So, which is why we have name and address. Pen and pencil. Bring a pen and pencil to class on Monday. That's an example. Pot. What are pots and pans? For those of us who like okay. For those of us who like pancakes, we use a frying pan to make your pancakes. What about pots? These are what you use to cook. Profits and loss. Profit is when you make money, when you have a business, and from this business you're making the money you invest in the business, you're making profit from it. The profit is you make money. For example, $1,000 in a business or a certain amount, and then you're making money from you're making money from the funds you invest. What is loss? Loss is when you invest money and then you lose the money. You are not making anything. And this word pair is what you see in a lot of companies. For example, famous companies like public companies, Yandex, they have shares, or banks, they talk about profit is good for my wallet. Okay, George. So the profit and loss report will be out on Fridays. We hear of Wall Street in America. You see a lot of companies, they always post a report about the profit and the loss that they make. Now we go to the next one. Rain and shine. Rain or shine. Now I'll make sure to come, rain or shine. It means that whether the weather is bad or the weather is good, I'm going to come to see you. Or we are having a picnic on Saturday. Rain or shine. What is shine? Shine is like the sun is shining, or the sun will shine today. That is shine. And rain. Whether it rains or it doesn't rain, I'll be there. We talk about rise and fall. The rise and fall of Rome is fascinating. A good example is talking about rise. Fall. This is talking about an empire. Okay, like the Soviet Union, the fall of the Soviet Union. That's a good example. There was a time it rose, it was great, and then it fell, meaning it's no more. Now, we go to the next one, safe and sound. After that disgusting voyage, we got home safe and sound. The word disgusting, that's a new word also. Voyage is talking about cruise liners on the sea or on the ocean. You're on a boat, you're going on a voyage. Safe and sound, it means you went on a journey, you came back safely without any problems. That's what it means, safe and sound. We go to the next one, salt and pepper. Usually, if you've gone to occasions, important dinners, maybe when you're having your end of year corporate parties, and then you see the waiters, they put a small bottle of salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. But another way, another phrase, or should we say, we can also use it in a metaphoric sense. If you take a look at it here, it says, because of the unexpected divorce, she went salt and pepper. It means she was angry and she was, there was a lot of emotions that she showed. Now we go to the next one. It's talking about shirt and tie. When you have interviews, when you're looking for a job and you want to appear very smart, you have to wear a shirt, you have to wear a tie. Shoes and socks. Says you can't get into this restaurant without shoes and socks. Put on your shoes, put on your socks, and let's go. And this one is very important now. Soap and water. In such times now, it's important. Wash your hands with soap and water. You find soap and water in the bathroom. Soap and water. Sooner or later, we will all know the truth. This is we see it in detective movies. We see it in movies that has intrigue. When we don't know when we don't know what is gonna happen, so we say sooner. Sooner means very quickly, or it's not going to take a lot of time. When you say later, it might take some time. We will know what happened. And then we talked about suit and tie. A suit and tie it says, I wore a suit and tie to the party. So that's a nice suit and that's a nice tie. And then you have supply and demand. Supply, a good example is you've been to, when you go to places that like the malls, or let's say no. Okay, now you go to your store, you go to your magazines, and you see there's a lot of products. And now, as we know, market runs on supply and demand. Supply is places like Europe. There's there are distributors, or should I say, wholesalers that comes to supply your magazines with products. So that is what we say supply. Demand. What is demand? We are customers, the buyers, because we demand or we want this product. That's why we go to the magazines to buy this product, so to purchase. Now we go to the next one. It says sweet and sour. Now sweet and sour is, I love sweet and sour chicken. Sour, it's not sweet. It's the opposite of sweet. And then we have the next one is trial and error. Children learn through trial and error. It's like in life, when you're learning something for the first time. It's like when you're learning how to drive. You try to learn how to drive. You make some mistakes, which is error. You try again until you get better. And then we talk about up and down. Up and down is talking about procedures. Up means you support the idea, down is you don't support the idea. And this one is war and peace. War and peace, it's talking about, as we know what war is and peace, so they go together. And we have the last one, it's here, which is wine and cheese. Let's have some wine and cheese this afternoon. They had wine and cheese at the party. Now, if you take a look at all this, to the very first page that we went through, yes, there's a lot of word pairs, as you can see here. And they're kind of like collocations because it's talking about words that go together. Yes, of course, it's not possible to memorize or to remember everything, but there are some of these word pairs that we all remember or that we are familiar with. So this is just kind of like vocabulary or some of the words that you will find very useful. As you can see, bacon and eggs, back and forth, bread and water. And then you have bride and groom, business and pleasure. This is one of the most common word pairs that you can think of. Bride and groom is people who are about to get married. And then you have cream and sugar. Dead or alive, cup and saucer, crime and punishment, fun and games. These are just some common examples of word pairs. Now, we're going to get some feedback, and we're going to hear what you understand or which of these word pairs that you're going to put into practice. Okay, so we have Milana. Hello, Milana. Hello. Yes, hi, Milana. If you can hear me, just say something. So I have some questions for you. Hello.
Hello. Can
Yes.
you hear?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm fine, but I could be better.
Yes, is everything okay?
So.
Okay, so Milana, talking about word pairs. What do you understand from this material? This is just some vocabulary that we could find useful and put to practice.
So I should to give you some example with these pairs or not?
Which one are you going to put into practice? Which of them?
First of all, I guess that it is bride and groom.
Bride and groom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any other one?
Soap and water.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it.
I think that one is really important nowadays.
Yeah, it's really important now. So I guess it's useful is pair trial and error.
Mm-hmm. Trial and error.
A trial, sorry. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I think that's all. The most useful pairs, I guess.
Okay. So I have some questions for you also, for just talking about revision. Now, I'm sure because in one of our topics we did, it was called truth and lies. Now, I want you to tell me, could you tell me famous people who promote a product. You know, there's a lot of products that we see in the markets. They are promoted by famous people. And what do you call these people?
It's so difficult because I don't know any famous person.
No, I mean, what do we call them? For example, you see like Nike.
Mhm.
Nike is a brand, okay?
Yeah.
And it's promoted by some famous athletes. But okay, people who are famous. What do you call people who are famous? There's a word that we call, what do we call these people?
I'm not sure that I understand your question correctly.
Famous people who promote a brand or a product. What do we call them? We call them celebrities.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yes. Okay, one more question for you. So, talking about, just a minute. So, this is kind of like a grammar question, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll give you 3 options and you try to choose the correct one.
Okay.
I called my sister, okay,
Mm-hmm.
to remind her. Now, the first to remind her, you have a gap, the flowers. We have 3 options. The first one is A, to buy. B is for buy. And the last one is for buying the flowers. So A, to buy the flowers, B, for buy the flowers, and C, for buying.
Mm-hmm. It's not the second. Can you repeat? I called my sister to remind
Her, to remind her, A,
to buy. To remind her to buy or to remind for buying, I guess.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, is it true?
3 options. So let me call the options again.
I think it's the first option, to buy.
To buy, okay?
Yeah. To remind her to buy.
Okay, are you 100%? Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But also I think that could be another one answer if we haven't heard. To remind for buying. No?
The correct answer is to buy.
Okay.
Buy the flowers. Okay, so I have another one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you, okay. You have gap. Don't marry him. So we have 3 options. So let me give you a piece of advice.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you B, an advice. Let me give you C, okay, some advices.
No, a piece of advice. Only this answer, I know.
Okay,
A piece of advice.
all right. One more question for you.
Okay.
I need to buy a new A, trouser. I need to buy a new B, trousers. I need to buy C, a pair of trousers.
A pair of trousers, I think.
Pair of trousers. Okay, that's correct. Okay, Milana,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So we'll take another one. Hello, George. So we're going to take one person. Hello, George. Yes.
Hello, Mike.
Yes. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Also as well. So we're doing a little bit of, just a little bit of test.
Yeah.
And so it's just, just some grammar questions just for revision. Okay, so the first one is, he's got a good job. Okay.
Yeah.
A, although not having the right degree. He's got a good job. B, despite not having the right degree. He's got a good job in spite not having the right degree.
I think the correct answer is B.
Okay, yes, that's correct. So now I have another one for you. My uncle, okay,
Yeah.
still works. A, in spite of he won the lottery last year. My uncle still works. B, despite he won the lottery last year. And the last one is my uncle, okay, still works even though, that is C, he won the lottery last year.
Last variant, I think, is correct.
Okay, the last one is correct. Okay, the last question for you. This is, remember we did articles in the last, we talked about articles.
Yeah.
So I have three options for you. A, the British Museum is in central London. B, without article, British Museum is in central London. And C, a British museum is in central London.
The first one is correct. The British Museum.
Okay. One more question for you.
Okay.
In A, all in that shop is incredibly expensive. Okay.
Yeah.
B, all of them in that shop is incredibly expensive. And C, everything in that shop is incredibly expensive.
Could you repeat, please, the first variant?
A, all in that shop is incredibly expensive. B, all of them in that shop is incredibly expensive. And C, everything in that shop is incredibly expensive.
I think the first variant.
All in that shop.
All in that shop.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, it's Incorrect. It's everything.
Everything. Yeah. Okay.
Everything in that shop is incredibly expensive. Okay, George. So, it's always a pleasure with you.
Thank you. Me too.
So we'll take another student. We have Anastasia Savritskaya. Hello, Anastasia. Hello. Hello, Nastya. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just say hi. Hello. Okay, so we go to another person. We have, hello, Kirill. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello, Kirill. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, so Kirill, I have some questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
There is a no milk. I will have to get some from the shop. B, there is any milk. I will have to get some from the shop. And then we have C, there is none milk. I will have to get some from the shop.
Could you repeat, please, because connection is bad.
Okay. There is no milk. Okay, that's A. No. There is no milk. That is A. And the second one is B. There is any milk. C. There is none milk.
The answer is there is no milk.
Yes, there is no milk. Okay. All right, I have one more question for you. Now it's on articles, and we have the lake. Okay, the Lake Constance is the biggest lake in Switzerland. That is A. The. Then you have B, without article, without. So we just say Lake Constance is the biggest lake in Switzerland. And then you have C, a Lake Constance is the biggest lake in Switzerland.
The last variant is incorrect. I think no articles.
Okay, very good. Yes, no articles. All right. I have one more for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Is it? Oh, is that from your side?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I was in the hospital for 2 weeks with a broken leg. I was in that is A. Okay. Then you have B. I was in hospital without article. C. I was in a hospital.
I think that it depends on the situation, but I think in this case we have to put no articles.
Yes, very good. So without articles. Okay, Kirill, it's a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, we're going to take another student. So, hello. If you can hear me, okay, yes, for some of you who are having internet connection, so you can try to restart your internet. Just that way it should work really better. So we're going to take Alicia. Hello, Alicia. Hello.
Yeah, hi once again.
Yes, hi once again. How are you? We have some questions. It's talking about revisions. Are you ready?
Little bit.
Okay, so now this is just talking about some noun form, some forms. Okay, just some of the words in verbs, in verbs and in noun forms. So, but what you have to do, Alicia, is you're going to tell me the verb or adjective form, okay, of the nouns that
Okay.
call for you. Now, we have in noun form loss.
To lose? To lose?
So
Loss, like
is loss. So and in the verb form, it's what?
to lost.
Yes, lose.
To lose, yes.
Okay. Now we have death.
To the I don't know, the same maybe.
Death. So death, that's in noun form.
Yeah, okay. Adjective dead.
Okay, but what about in verb form?
I don't know. To die. Yeah.
Okay. One more for you. So this is talking about success. Success is in noun form. But what about in verb form?
Verb. Succeed. I don't know.
Yes, succeed. That's good.
And successful, it is adjective.
Yes. Okay. Okay, the last one for you. We have thought. Okay, thought. That's in noun form. But what about in verb form?
To think.
Yes, think. Okay. Okay. So just the last one before we go. We have believe. Believe is in noun form. Believe. So what about in verb form?
Believe.
In noun form, belief with okay. Then in the verb form,
V at the end. Believe.
yes, believe. Okay. Someone says you are always ready. I think that's George. Okay. So as always, Alicia, it was nice talking with you.
With you too. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we're going to take one more student, another student. We have Dimitri. Hello, Dimitri.
Hello.
Yes. Hello once again. So we're talking about words in noun form, okay? And you're going to try to say the variant in verb form, okay?
Okay.
So let's try heat. Heat.
Heat. And I should take the verb form to make hot in one word. Yes.
Okay, if you want to put it that. I only wanted it in verb form, but if you want to make a sentence, that would be great too.
Heat.
In adjective form. Heat is, you remember, heat is a noun. So, but in adjective form, it's what?
Hot.
Hot. Okay, good. What about this word? Strength. Strength.
Strong.
Yes, okay. Hunger.
Hungry.
Height. You know height. When you say
height, high.
Yes, okay. And we have length. Length. What's in adjective form?
Long.
Okay, long. Okay. I have one more word for you, and it's talking about. Just a minute. Now, we talked about in one of our topics, previous topics, and this was talking about some certain words. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the meaning, and you try to tell me the word of that is. I'll tell you what it means, but you try to guess what the word is about. Okay.
So you tell me the explanation of this combination of words, and I try to say what these words are. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. What do we call types of products that are made by a particular company? Example: Nike, Apple. they make specific products. So what do we call this kind of products? Hello?
Yes, I try to remember.
Okay, for example, if you look at the company Nike, it's a very popular company. Everyone knows Nike company, but they make a specific type of products. Sports, different kind of product that has to do with athletes, or you can also use it for relaxation, sneakers, and all that. So what do you call Nike as a company? They have their own kind of product. Just these types of products made by this company.
So, is this combination of words from today lecture? Yes.
No.
But I thought this is from today's lectures, and I tried to remember these words, but. So
it was.
Could you repeat one more time, please?
Okay.
Highly specialized or no?
Okay, this word is it's a noun. Just types of products made by a particular company. Types of products made by a particular company. Example: Nike. Okay, we call them. Okay, so for everyone, so I'll tell you. So for future purposes, we call them brands.
Yes.
Brands. Because Nike is a brand. They make a particular types of product, which is sports, sport product, sport apparel, sport clothes, shoes, and everything. It's a brand. Apple they make gadgets, they make phones, computers, and electronics. So it's also a brand too. So a company that makes a particular type of product, we call them a brand.
Yes.
Okay. So I have one more for you. Now I'm going to call a word, and you try to pick out of this word that is different. Okay. So you try to pick the word that is different from this word that I'm going to tell you.
So the opposite meaning of the words you tell me, yes? The word with opposite meaning, yes?
No. It's different. Just the word, but you're going to hear the explanation.
Okay.
Yes. When we bite food into small pieces, okay, into small pieces in our mouth, what do we call it? There's a word for it. When we eat, okay, we put food in our mouth.
Yes.
And we make it into small pieces in our mouth before.
Oh, I understand in Russian. Chew, yes?
Yes, it's chew.
Yes.
Yes, it's chew. Okay, this one. One more word. One more, Dimitri. Now, when you look at someone, okay?
One more time, please repeat.
Yes, I'll repeat. I think it's network. When we look at someone, okay, for a very long time, you look at someone or something, you just keep on looking like this. What do we call it?
One more time. When I look at someone or something for a long time, and what's next?
What do we call it? Yes.
Observe.
Observe is scientists observe things. Okay, so observing. Observing is like a continuous process that goes on for some time, you know.
Oh.
But when we say to look, you're looking at something. Yes. To look at something for a long time.
When I look at someone.
Okay.
Spying?
Spy is, when we say to spy is you look, you're watching someone and the person doesn't know about this. That is spy.
Yes, but
when we say to look at something for a long time, we say stare. To stare. To stare.
Yes. Okay, but I thought it's something like to observe or something, but it's another word for look, yes?
Yes, another word for look. Okay, and maybe I think this one will be it's going to be more easier for you, Dimitri. Now, remember, someone is trying to find a way of entering someone's computer. without permission.
Yes.
And a lot of people that are very good with computers do this. It's an illegal activity.
So this should I name this illegal activity? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, cracking, hacking.
Yes, it is. It's hacking.
Yes, hacker.
Hacker.
Okay.
Okay, Dimitri. It's a pleasure talking with you. So appreciate you answering my questions. So we're going to take another student before we go. We have there's Nick. Hello, Nick. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello, Nick. How are you?
Thanks. And what about you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Okay, we were talking about, we're doing some revision, some questions. Okay, so but first of all, we talked about word pairs, okay? And which of these word pairs are you going to practice, or are you going to add to your vocabulary?
Okay, trial and error.
Trial and error, okay.
It's very good, and it's about me. In and out, maybe.
In and out, okay.
It's yes, how I usually shop. Maybe cause and effect.
Cause and effects, okay.
Cause and effects. And I think maybe bread and water. No, it's not very good.
Bread and butter.
Don't like it.
Have you tried eating bread and drinking water?
Independently bread and independently water, not together, thanks.
Okay.
And maybe for start it will be enough, I think.
Okay. So I want you now, Nick, I want you to pick the words, okay, that you're going to hear that is different. I'm going to call 4 words for you, okay?
Okay.
4 words. And 3 of these words, they go together. But one of this word is different. Okay. We have the first one, number 1, palm. Okay, palm. You know what palm is?
Palm?
Yes. This is your palm here. We call it palm in English.
Okay. I got you. Okay, sure.
We have calf. ALF, calf. We have wrist. You know what wrist is?
Wrist. It's something about leg, not legs. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
No, this is your wrist, for your wrist. Okay. And then you have your thumb. This one. Yes. Which of these words that I just called is different? The other three words go together, but one is different.
Calf.
Yes, it's calf.
Oh, I'm genius.
Okay. Another one we have is you have wink. Okay. You know what wink is?
Yes, wink is like it's a tool which helps birds to fly.
Oh, no.
No, another wing.
This is wink. Take a look. I want you to look carefully. This is wink.
Wing.
This is
Wing.
wink. When you close one eye like this, that's wink.
Wind.
Wink.
Wing.
Yes.
Not wing, but wing.
Wink.
K. K is the last, yes?
No. K. W-I-N-K.
W-I-N-K. Wink. Yes.
Yes, that's wink. Wink. Wave. Hold.
What? Hold.
Hold.
Hold. I cannot get it.
Okay, for example, look. When you say to hold something, I'm holding my phone.
Okay.
Hold. Yes. Now, hold, touch. So we have wink, wave, hold, and touch. Which of this word is different?
Wink.
Yes, it's okay, but why?
Because all other actions we do with our hands.
Okay.
Is it correct? No?
Okay, I have the last one for you.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you the definition of this word, but you are going to tell me what this word is, okay? Now, when we use our nails, okay, rub your skin, what do we call it?
I know how it will be in Russian, but each or scratch in English.
Could you repeat yourself?
Each or scratch.
Yes, it is. Itch or scratch. Okay, Nick, so I think that's okay. Just one more before we go.
Okay.
Yes. I want you to choose the correct verb in the sentence. Please remember. Please remember. Please remind the children to do their homework.
Please remember, or please remind children to do their homework.
Yes.
Remind.
It's remind. Okay. The robbers. Okay. Stole, or the robbers robbed 50,000 from the bank.
From the bank, I think it's robbers robbed, of course. It's the robbers, no burglars, maybe, or other robbers robbed.
Why is it robbed?
Because they're robbers.
It's stole, actually.
Stalled?
Stole. Yes. Okay, Nick. That'll be all for today with you.
Thanks.
Okay, so for those of you who are listening, so it's a pleasure to speak with all of you. I couldn't speak with all of you today, but there were some people who probably joined us for the first time. Hope to see you in the next class. And to everyone, so I say, be safe, take care of yourselves, have a wonderful evening, and see you on Thursday. Yes, Alicia. Bye. Yes, see you, Georges, also. And don't forget to try to take the test on the students page. So have a good evening. Bye.